Hello, 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 people. This is DeanoCantino, and joining us in studio today is Mr. Werner P39 himself, one of the administrators. If you have not heard of him, sort your lives out, mates. So, yeah, Mr. Werner, welcome to Chatbox Show. Just a quick one before we start with that. We just want to excuse KLM Pace. He's having some technical issues. He might or might not join us a little bit later to get this on. So, if you missed that handsome face, we do apologize for that, guys. But yes, joining us anyway, Mr. Werner P with some awesome news tonight. Werner, how are you today, brother?
Good evening, guys. I'm good, thanks, Dino. Thank you for having me on the show.
It's a pleasure having you. I almost said it's a pleasure loving you. But anyway, that's perfect, guys. So welcome back to season 2, episode 1 for Chatbox. We had a nice break during lockdown. There was a lot of stuff happening, etc., with regard to the racing, new season starts, etc., etc. So I hope everyone has been doing well. I hope you had an awesome GGSSA season. Well done to GTRSA, Mr. Shahib, for winning the manufacturers. Well done to Sunburn Donkey for winning Manu. And then also well done to the overall winner again as well, Mr. Sunburn Donkey, for winning the finals races. Some beautiful stuff going there. Mr. Pace, Stinky having a tie and then without bonus points. Some beautiful racing. Vanna, what was your thoughts regarding the final season?
I think that final showdown was an amazing idea, and it was nice to get the two leagues together and the guys that haven't raced all season to put them against each other. I feel very sorry for Mr. Leap. He dominated the first 2 races, and then his strategy let him down a little bit in the third one. But you can't take anything away from Donkey, who managed to just keep it consistent. He finished second in all 3 races on the evening, and he really deserved the win in the end.
I must admit, I do agree with you. The man has just gotten some serious space after when he received his T300 about a month ago during lockdown. Definitely has made the miles count, and this guy is genuinely rocketing. Also, Sunburn Donkey, well done. He reached the 60,000 KDR mark today, so on his way to third and second split in the EMEA. So it's going to be tough for him, but he deserves to be there. And also, well done to you, Mr. Werner. You also reached 50,000 DR. Lovely. Want to tell us a little bit about that?
Thank you very much. I must say I had a good week on Daily C. Managed to put up a good qualifying time, and then good race strategy. A lot of the guys were trying no stoppers in that race, but I found I was probably 7 or 8 seconds quicker across the race by doing a one stopper, and it worked well. So currently sitting just under 52,000, and now I'm quite nervous to let that go.
I'm sure you'll do just fine, brother. We can have some practices as well. Okay, so guys, the schedule will remain the same as before. We're going to quickly run through some daily races and the results, etc. With regards to that, this was daily A for last week. With regards to our friends, Pinnacle 74, well done, old timer, 139.6 with S&P 3 Pro at 139.8. They are actually basically family. S&P 3 Pro is Pinnacle's brother-in-law. Then we've got Monty, as always, on the time trial sheets, 140.095. And we've got Spadex, which is a friend of mine, 13B Rota Rock with a 141. And an Orum Charlie, his name is starting to pick up a lot of places, 140.6. VA Jag, well done, brother, 141.2. Flak Farki, 141.2. Then as well, KBR Hollywood. Not sure why that flag is there, because KBR is part of Kalahari Boys Racing. Maybe just a little mistake. The Tintin Garantino, Dimpy, and then Googly, 42.4, 42.4, and 42.7. Well done for milking delays, guys. As you can see, they were only 1 second to less than a second off pace of the world's fastest, while EMEA's fastest of TX3, Pantone, etc. So well done on the results for Daily A, guys. Beautiful stuff. Keep it going. Keep it going. Then Daily B last week, S&P 3 Pro with the Yeetle. I believe it's a 130 high or it's a 130 low. I'm not too sure. And then Ghost Killer is on a 131 as well. And then Mini Blixen, which is Bar Blixen with the Yeetle, 131.1. Slayer, Sky's the Sandbag Slayer. He just pops in races when he wants to race, doesn't race, etc. Super fast as well, 131.148. Then Richard Furry, and then the man himself, Leap 33, the 131.1. Beautiful, guys. Stiggy Mikhail at the bottom there as well, with 131.4 and a 131.5. Absolutely beautiful, guys. We are starting to top the chart. Let's see how far they are from the top 10. Within a second again. Within a second. Pure One Fire, the time trial champion himself at a very low 130. Beautiful. Beautiful. Guys, awesome stuff to see your names up here. Then again, we see a tight battle between the two guys here. Werner, please, obviously, you know what I'm going to tell you. Please take this away with the top 10 and tell us his thoughts. This is where you milked it like a farmer and got over your 50,000 mark. Tell us a little bit about it and your battle with Donkey for top spot there.
This was an interesting race where the qualifying car and the race car were actually two different cars. The guys that have put up the best times, you'll see when we get to the top 10 as well. The R18, the one lap pace of that R18 was phenomenal. So the really impressive stat there for me is CRS MSP, who managed to sub 127 in the Toyota as a qualifying lap. But yeah, I was chasing Donkey. I just couldn't get that extra couple of hundredths of a second. I think I was number one for quite a bit. And then he just came in and he said, no. He wants the number one spot and took it away dearly.
So you guys were talking about it as well. And then you get Mikhail 05 with a 126.6 on a controller with analogs. That is some feat as well. With SMP3 Pro and Sirius M, all three of them getting those times with the controller. How difficult do you believe it is?
I raced with the controller for about 6 to 9 months when I first started playing GT Sport, and it was probably just over 2.5 years ago now. And I just couldn't get anywhere near those times. Ever since moving to a wheel, I've managed to lower my times. But on controller, the guys that do well on controller are just absolutely astounding. I don't know how they do the throttle control, the trail braking, shifting manual gears, everything with a controller. I don't get it. I honestly don't. So the really special racers that can do that.
Well, as an ex-controller, also did quite well. Thank you very much.
I specifically didn't single you out because I know that you were one of them as well.
I'll single myself, but it's okay. My mother didn't, so she taught me to do it myself. But yeah, okay, that's some good times. The SMP3 Pro with 127.0, Sirius M with 127.3. My brother, I love you. I'm sorry. iCarbon ZA 127.3. Flakfarki again, my boy. 127.4. Stiggy 127.5. Leblahu with the 127.6. And then Henny Bears J-Dub with the 127.8. And Wolfman Wooly, one of the latest guys joining as well. Just love his name. 127.8. Okay, guys, we're going to be jumping to the FI, well, the top 10 rather. As you can see, there was a 125, very low from Elias Anderson, and again, Pure One Fire also in the top 10. This is probably the guy that is in the top 10 and the top 1 spot the most in the EMEA region. It's always up there with these cars. It's beautiful, super fast. Okay, let's move on over to the FIA for this week, ladies and gentlemen. So what we'll do is with the point standings first. I'm going to move this thing here quickly. Apologies for that. Can somebody just confirm with me the top 2 times for Sunburn Donkey there? There's a slight glitch on my screen.
What I'm seeing is Sunburnt is number 1 on that list, 781 points.
781 points. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I think he's sitting pretty. Number 2 on the list is McGee with 776 points.
Now, these are my international friends. Sorry, guys, I do apologize for that. My Skype has got some logo over the top score there. And then Mini Blixen with 564. But the last time he raced was quite a while ago due to him leaving the GTSSA League. Then Mikhail 05, Controllerman and Sirius Sam on 558 and 514. Serious pace there between the two of them. Mr. Psycho Sheep on 445 is also starting to push a bit. Then Sprinkler, Yastil, and Nives running very close to each other within 8 or 9 points from that. So that is absolutely perfect. Keep pushing the nations, guys. Donkey, get that 60k mark. Let's see the first 300 points race, please. Beauty. Yeah, so then we'll... Hello, Mr. Space is in the house, guys.
What's up? Better late than never.
We have missed you, my bro. We have missed you. What's up?
Yeah, all good, all good. Sorry, just technical difficulties my side. So, yeah, glad to have got it sorted with the whole move and everything.
Everything sorted now, brother?
Yeah, should be sorted. Should be sorted.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we will quickly run to the FI for the menu points, and then Mr. Pacey, seeing that you're basically top of the log here, can you just wait for us?
Yeah, so as always, my boy Not Stinky currently on top with 827 points in his Subaru, doing the most. I think, Dino, he is still third, correct? Third for Subaru.
That is correct, yes.
Yes, awesome stuff. So big shout out to my boy Stinky. Well done there, brother. Myself in the Citroen with 746 points. Haven't really been having a good run in the past two races, but nonetheless still up there, second place. I think I am seventh, if I'm not mistaken, for Citroen now. We've got Slayer with the Toyota with 653 points. He hasn't
Wait
really
for
been
it.
doing many rounds, so hoping for him to come through a little bit more. And then in fifth place, the surprise entry, DMR DeanoCantino with 641 points. He's finally pushing hard in the A lobbies. I believe he got a win in the last race around St. Croix with 227 points in that race. So big ups there. Our boy
Give me the cue.
JRR with 553 points. GTRSA with 534 points. GTP GTI with 532 points. DMR AM
Team
Racing
Dutton.
with 531 points now. Big ups to those guys. Skitty1 looking fresh here on the lobby. On the league boards. 504 points. Monty with 504 points, a tie for them. Then Sprinkler with the Ford with 502 points, and then Mr. Stiganator with his Nissan 496 points. So guys, don't forget, please do take part in the Manufacturers and Nations Cup. Keep getting SA on the board and just keep showing face, guys.
Oh, beautiful. Just want to also name it there that myself, AM Racing, GTP, Shoaib, and JDub, we're all in the top 30 of Nissan. So we're also pushing it there for the menu. One day you will see an A driver being SS, especially if FIA starts registering us. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do is quickly we're going to run through the menu races for FIA this week, which is also happening on Wednesday and Tuesday. So the manufacturer's race for Wednesday is around Willow Springs, so Biggie Willow, 15 laps, the rolling starts. Tire wear and fuel is quite low with 2 times and 2 times. It is, however, with GR3 cars, softs and medium tires allowed, with medium tires being compulsory. So this might be a 1-stopper softs and mediums, or you're going to try and push for the 2-stopper soft medium. Pace, I'm not sure if you've done any practice on this yet.
No, not at all. But I do suspect that we will see quite a few random cars being quite quick around here. So going to be quite interested to see how the guys do on Wednesday night.
Yeah, and Datsun is again 4 in the top 10. So it's
again.
But we've usually realized that there's a Citroen driver that just swats us down like flies in anyway. So no worries, guys. And this is the Nations Cup. I have also recently started focusing a lot on the Nations to realize that I am now part of the Nations League or the Nations side. The guys in the Citroens, especially Manu, chased me away quite abruptly. So trying some other waters. Maybe it's calmer down there for me. So I'm just kidding.
Possibly.
Okay, no, perfect. Basically, so we've got Dragon Trail Seaside Reverse here. I tried driving it yesterday. I thought it's a completely different version of Dragon Trail, as I've never driven it. And then I literally realized it's whatever every other track is called. Seaside 2 is reverse, or any other 2 is reverse. And it made it slightly easier for me. Have you driven this? Have you any experience on this? It's 5 times tire wear, and fuel consumption, I believe, is 3 times.
Yeah, so I had quite a bit of experience with this track. GR4 in particular, I think there was one GTSA season where we did both the normal way around and the other way around with GR4 cars. I remember a particular battle with FLS and Mikhail on this track, so very familiar. I always think of this as like South Africans' version of Kyalami on GT Sports, so I think a lot of the SA guys will take part in this one. And yeah, looking forward to see how they do tomorrow.
Yeah,
if I'm not
definitely true.
mistaken, sorry
Yes,
to
Werner.
interrupt. If I'm
Hoping
not
right there. No,
mistaken,
that's
this was a daily race a couple of weeks ago, and
Yes.
it was also very interesting to see the first half of the week. It was the Audi TTs dominating,
Correct.
and then the second half of the week, the RCZ Peugeots came through. It's definitely a front-wheel drive, track, especially through that chicane, the bus stop of death. You are wasting your time if you try and take a rear-wheel drive or any other car through there. Front-wheel drive or nothing at all on this track.
That bus stop
100%.
chicane is the only track, I believe, that I've ever seen the rear end of Pace on the final lap, on the final sector. I've been that close to him. So, and I still managed to hit the bloody wall. So, please, now they're asking me to drive it in reverse. It's not going to happen, boy. It's not going to happen. At least not. Okay, so guys, that's
try it out.
Okay, beauty. Guys, so that's your nations and menu for this evening. We're not going to do lap guides due to the massive news that we're going to have as well. So what we'll need to do is that you need to understand, number one, I just lost my words because I'm having a look at the screen of Pace coming up and down there. Yes. Okay, perfect, guys. So the lap guides is not going to be there. However, Skitty and Pace, did you share a replay? However, I'm going to ask our current number one on the log or the time trial sheet, Mr. Sean Breitenbach. Werner, if someone can just type it there to Sean as well, he's on the chat. Sean, just save a replay of your fastest lap for us, please. This is RBS performance for Willow Springs. He is quite fast around that track currently, so it will definitely be a help to the people who are trying to learn the track of Willow Springs. Then the Nations one, Skitty will give us the link to that, or the replay has been shared, and we will write it in the info group with regard to the lap guides, or Brandon will do it afterwards with the lap guide tags that was used. And you can use Skitty one's Nations lap guide and then RBS Performance's manual lap guide. Okay, guys, so good news and some news that even we don't know yet. Pool allocations, like we said, Mr. Werner P39 is in the studio with us. Going to drop some bombshells. Going to give us the pool allocation. So, Mr. Werner, please take it away. Let's go through everything, and then we have a decent interview with you afterwards.
All right. So we had seeding last week. Thank you to everyone who participated, and thanks to all the hosts.
Damn.
Look at pool 2, bro.
No, I'm looking at pool 1, bro. Some fire names there.
Wait till we get to pool 2, bud.
Okay.
All right. So basically, the seeding was what we decided to do this season is to actually reward the guys that in the top 15 on each of the logs, on the manufacturer and the nation's logs, and they are exempt and sort of got free entry into pool 1 for the first race of the following season.
Except for DKP, he sneaked in.
So the reason why DKP is on there, being a brand new entrant, was he actually topped the seeding times. The times were very close. The top 70 guys were separated by less than a second. And a shout out goes to Stephen for the main sort of motivation behind picking that M3, which is a fantastic car, as well as the track. I think everyone had a hell of a time. I haven't seen one comment where people were moaning about the car and track combo. The reason why DKP has sneaked into pool 1 is because one person decided to jump ship from the manufacturer's side. Out of pool 1, from the manufacturer's side to the nation side. He happens to be a host on here. And the first piece of news, which Josh, which is sort of our head admin, decided that I need to just get across to everyone this evening, is that there will be a 50-point penalty at the start of the season for anybody who jumped between manufacturers and nations. But we'll get more to the points just now. So the pool 1 looks very familiar on the manufacturer side, except for DKP, who's joined in. That is basically your top 14 of the previous season's points. And congratulations to those guys. They deserved it across the space of a whole season.
Thank you.
Pool 2 is where things start to get interesting because Mr. Flav is entering the manufacturer series. He just missed out on a Pool 1 spot. And chances are pretty good he'll be in Pool 1 from race 2. He is super quick. Couple of other names there. Welcome back to Pool 2 for Gerrit, Psycho Sheep. We got Ruan in there. We have Monty in there, Stiganator, Shawl, Jade. Jade is one of the old timers in the group in terms of being around for the longest and always a contender. There isn't actually a single slow person in that entire Pool 2, except maybe myself. Another interesting name I want to note is fellow admin Stephen Berry. You'll see him languishing at the just sneaking into Pool 3. We'll get to the rest of Pool 3 now, but that is
me to thank for that as well.
That is a slight sort of undervaluing himself because he had to return his wheel to take a lot because his pedal stopped working, and he actually seated on a controller, and that is why his times have dropped off a little bit. But I expect to see him at the top very soon again. Like he calls himself a consistent Pool 2er. And then we got a couple of interesting names there. RBS is a quick guy. Michael is quick. Heisenberg is quick. So even Pool 3, Andres T964, I've raced against him a few times. He is also very, very quick. So even Wasim I see has sneaked into Pool 3. I don't know how he managed that. Must be getting some tips from his buddy Armian. But yeah, and then the other interesting one to note is Pool 9. Noel Greyling has been a regular Pool 1 driver since he joined GT Sport SA.
Yep.
So him languishing at the bottom of Pool 9, all I can say is good luck to the top 3 pools ahead of him. They will get some serious competition over the next 3 weeks. Noel is a seriously quick racer, and I expect him to also move up the rankings quite quickly. But yeah, manufacturers looking healthy. I think we've got a nice mix there. We're sitting on 128 people racing manufacturers. When you see the nation side of things, there's a little bit less than that, but we'll discuss that just now.
Team Manu for the win.
Guys, just a quick one. What are your thoughts regarding Pool 2? We've got our producer Monty Flavius. I think Pool 2, basically, if you have to compare it with Pool 1 in a finals race or put them both together in a 30-man lobby, I think the pace of the guys will most probably zip in together and alternate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think super, super, super quick. AM Racing only being relegated due to the fact that he moved houses in the last race. Otherwise, he was finishing 5th and 4th place in the menu. So we still love you, brother. Come to redeem yourself. Flavius is there with you. So what is your overall thoughts about the Pool 1 and Pool 2? Well, especially Pool 2 now, and then DKP sneaking in there thanks to Dino DeanoCantino.
Yeah, you Oaks really are giving me sleepless nights for sure with how quick these pools are. I mean, even Pool 3 is like a problem pool for me right now. Just the names that I'm seeing. Even Stigsafe is mad quick, and I know I've raced against him quite a few times. But yeah, I'm really hoping. I'm interested to see Mr. DKP. Obviously, he got the top time in seeding. I'm very keen to see what he can do. My boy Stinky, as always, I'm hoping that myself and him can battle out quite well and hopefully kind of make it again to the top 6 so that we can beat the nations, boys. Yeah, can't have a 3-0 series win from season 2. So yeah, looking forward to that. Some other mentions that I want to mention is my teammate from Eleanor, Phantoms in Pool 6. Bruv, what happened? What are you doing there, man?
Yeah, what happened?
And there was another one that I saw. I've lost the name now. But anyway, just really awesome to see that there's a lot of participation for Manu, and just hoping that we can obviously do the most in terms of the manufacturers FIA series.
I completely agree with you. So I'm also very anxious to see this DKP and Flavius, who's recently back now, and see what DKP can do. as we've seen him a lot of top 10 times and top 20 times in the EMEA. So very interesting. And then either Werner or Pace, there we go to the massive nations pools.
Yeah, so what we see here, the immediate trend we see here is that the guys are scared of switching between cars every week. I think as was shown in the top 12 showdown we had at the end of the first season or the previous season, the guys adapted much quicker from the nation side, because every week they expected to drive different cars. But only 45 guys decided that they want to take on nations this season. Again, Pool 2 has got some really quick guys. Jazz is quick. Dino, you're quick. Spronks GT is a quick racer. Kuchi has been around for a while. Very quick. So I'm expecting a good competition in this. I don't think Leap and Sunburnt will have it just their own way, and I think there's going to be a lot of guys who's going to challenge them on the nation side of things as well.
My name is not a lot of guys. Okay, just seeing that this is now 3 smaller groups and lobbies. Just a quick prediction for you, Mr. Pace. Podiums for all 3 pools.
Sorry, podiums for all 3 pools.
Yes.
Pool 1, I'm expecting Sunburnt, Leap, and wildcard TSM JDJ. I'm hoping to see him up there because I've seen quite a few things from him. So Mikhail, everyone else, just look out for him, guys. In Pool 2, let's see who we got. So I'll produce in the background saying not Dino. Well, yeah, Dino. I think you've showed your mettle with the wheel in terms of manufacturers, but let's see what you can do in the N-class cars. Kuchi, definitely one of the King of the Ring boys. He'll definitely do quite well. And then Jay Favings Dikunzi, I've raced with him quite a bit.
Yeah,
he should be quite good. Yeah, he should be quite good as well. And then Pool 3, Snake Eyes, definitely. Britsvinnig for sure. And I've raced with Ghost 7 a bit. He's quite good. And then I think we did see Wolfman Willie on one of the leaderboards. So look out for him as well, yeah.
Hey guys, beautiful. Short and sweet pool at least. I hope I can be in the top 45 here. Should be a good result. So that is awesome stuff. Joshua says that Blade 007 is fast in Pool 2 as well. Yes, it's right there at the bottom. It's going to be a breeze in any of these pools, to be honest, for everyone that thinks all the competition is only in Pool 1. We have guys in Pool 2 and Pool 3. You can definitely surprise all of the top guys on the day.
For sure.
Brilliant. This summer, Dino should get a less BOP. What? Space on the chat. While we're talking, it's going to give me trouble.
Of course.
Okay, so guys, congratulations to everybody topping the pools and the seeding, etc. It's going to be an awesome season. Upcoming season. It's going to be a 9-race season, if I'm not mistaken, Werner. A 9 or 10 race season. It should be a 9 because we're missing the first one.
Yeah, so we obviously missed this past Saturday's one. So starting on Thursday night, and it'll be a 9-race season. And we will definitely think of something special again to have on the 10th week to make sure that we combine the two again. So a couple of changes just on how the points are going to work. I don't know if you want to discuss that now while we're on the topic of the
I was going to
racing.
do a drum roll introduction type build up to that, but boom, bombshell drop, guys. Werner has got some beautiful news for us regards to the new point system, which I believe is true and fair, and I believe every racer should believe the same. And then with regards to 1 or 2 other things, there's a surprise that he's going to give us. He didn't want to give it to me behind the scenes. Everything, I tried sleep deprivation, clipping his toenails, giving him nipple twists. He didn't want to budge, so I'm going to be new to the news as well, guys. So Werner, number 1, the new point system, everything, you can run in the order that you want to. Drop the bombshell.
All right.
Please.
Firstly, Dino, you can pull your G-string out your bum. The 50-point penalty was just a joke. Josh put me up to it. So there won't be.
Josh,
we won't start on a
I know
negative
where you
50.
stay, bro. I know where you stay, bro.
All right. So a couple of changes this season, purely from a logistical point of view, but also some of them I think will just tighten up the leaderboard a little bit, make for some closer racing, and just reward some of the performances throughout the pools instead of just your usual pool 1 and pool 2 races. So what we are doing this season is we are going to be staggering points between the different pools. So historically, if you came last in pool 1, you will still get more points than the winner of pool 2. Even though you then get relegated and the winner goes up, you still get those points. So what we're going to be doing from this season on is that your pool 1 or your pool 2, first, second, and third place, so the guys that get promoted, will get the same points as the 3 guys that gets relegated from the pool above. Mm-hmm. So in other words, if you finish first in pool 2, you will get the same amount of points as the guy who finished 13th in pool 1.
That's perfect.
So you still get promoted. The guy still gets relegated. Still, the benefit is still there to finish 12th. You stay in the pool and you will get more points than the guy coming up. But that is the first big change we're going to be doing this season. I think it was asked for quite some time ago already, and we've decided we're going to be implementing it.
That's beautiful. Barry, if I can just jump in there, please, brother. Guys, with regards to that, so now the relegation of 13, 14, and 15 will get equal points to the bottom pools 1, 2, and 3. Do us a favor, please put down your comments in the chat below, messaging what you think about this. If you're happy, you know you'll be happy. This is perfect. Just message your thoughts. Thanks a million, guys. Vanner, I think that's beautiful news. Thanks to Edmund. I think it brings a whole new vibe to the pool races. So thanks a million for putting in the time and effort for that, Vanner.
Absolutely. And just a reminder, this will be across all the pools. So it'll be across all 9 manufacturer pools and across all 3 nations pools.
Nice. Less points for me to catch up on.
Okay, the second change to the points, which the admin team is still busy discussing, but we'll confirm it within the before Thursday's race. There's some sort of deliberation still happening, but we are thinking at this point in time of maybe taking away the bonus points for competing in the FIA races. Although we might maybe just lessen the amount of points that gets given. The problem comes in that it becomes very, very tricky to coordinate 160 guys across 2 leagues.
I've waited a year to say this.
To try and
sort your lives out.
To try and figure out, who competed and who didn't.
Yeah,
okay.
The third change, which I'm quite excited about, is something that we're sort of piggybacking off Formula One. And that is that fastest the guy who each pool's fastest lap for a race night will get a 5-point bonus.
Stinky Dicky has some points for you, boys.
Hey, that's my point.
Okay, again, this is across all the pools. So yeah, there's a challenge out there. Getting fastest lap on the night, 5 points bonus.
Okay, I see that. Okay, so 5 points bonus for the person who gets the fastest lap, which is beautiful. I love that. Monty, no. So pool 2 just gets 6 extra points, pool 3, 12 extra, and so on. No, that's not how it works, brother. Let's say, for instance, you're in pool 3. If you come first, second, and third, you get the same amount of points as pool 2's 13, 14, and 15. So if you top or podium your pool, you get as much points as what the guys above you get that are being relegated. Okay, so now everything's going to be for a fast lap strat. Everybody's saying that. So rather finish third and get 5 points than finish first and get 4 points ahead. So the guy in third can essentially get first points place if he gets the fastest lap.
That's correct. That's correct.
Watch the controller, guys. Hoy, a time trial lap in that place. A 1 lapper and lose 2 positions and still get the win for pools. Beautiful.
Monty, what I will do is tomorrow I will send out a sort of, call it a framework for how the points will look, just so that you can see each pool's positioning, the point value associated to each position. It'll
basically look like it's going down, step over, going down, step over, going down. So for the people who don't know what framework is, raamwerk. Rambam. All right, so
No,
beautiful, Edmund.
that's awesome. I'm
Amazing.
quite excited to see how that works. Those new implementations, and I think like Donkey's already thinking about it. Our GTSA champ, that a lot of guys might adjust some of their strategies in the race just so that they can get that extra 5 points, whilst others are just fast enough and just will win the race and leave it at that. So yeah, really keen.
They're also
really
mentioning now that fast lap shouldn't be worth 2 points. So are you guys set on the 5 points? Yeah, or two positions rather. Maybe try and slot it in between.
So we'll have it. We'll have a chat. We'll work out. We'll take your comment on board, Stefan, and we'll confirm all of that tomorrow.
Now, make a suggestion.
GTSA champ.
So, make a suggestion, because obviously it should have a slight advantage, but not a super advantage. So the positions are staggered into 2 and 2. Perhaps have a look at 3 points for a fastest lap. So if the guy ahead finishes with you, but you've got the fastest lap, you can get 2 points and then just one more than him, but also one less than the person that is 2 positions ahead of you. Let's say, for instance, you're third. You can jump to second with 1 point behind the actual guy with the fastest lap. I think maybe a 5 might be too much. If you're seeing that, it's going to affect a lot of people. But I'm keen for whatever goes. I mean, 25 points bonus for FIA races was also a big amount. It completely flipped some leaderboards, but it's the case, and it's admin, and we drive with what it is. Everybody uses the same type of point system. Everybody gets the same opportunity to get those points, whether it's a lot or little. It's equal across the board. So it's fair in either way for everyone to use it, but perhaps have a look at it. The uneven number, I think, or the odd number should be definitely one to consider, like a 3-pointer or a 5-pointer, yes.
I see there's a comment. I wish Edmund all the luck in sorting out the points. Josh did also make another executive decision a bit earlier, is that this season I will be responsible for the points. So that luck will fall on me. Thank you very much. I take all your luck on board.
But you have a super financial and analytical mind on you. So when it comes to your actual sheets, I'm assuming you just say, okay, Google, calculate, and then the whole thing just pops together.
Yeah, I don't even have to use Google. I'll just use macros.
So, Werner, when are we going to hear you commentating again?
That was a bit interesting, I must say, my first go at it. I had a lot of fun, though. So if you guys need a guest commentator for your streams, let me know. I don't mind talking shit while you guys are driving around the racetrack. Always good fun.
I think we might arrange a USA versus SA race again soon. And if it's a race that I'm happy with, I might participate, and then you can commentate. It is quite late.
Amazing. That doesn't matter. It will be quite amazing, though. But I must just then work on my objectivity, because I'm a little bit patriotic.
You cannot be biased, but that's why you have you can be a little bit patriotic, but you are going to be joined with the American commentator himself as well.
And I'll talk the prettiest England. I'll talk the prettiest England you've ever heard.
That is nice, lad. Right, guys. So for the last 2 weeks or the last 2 episodes, we missed liveries. We were very rushed with some information, etc. So we'll be going through it shortly. The previous one was for any off-road truck with the military lockdown type thing or theme. So yeah. So maybe, Mr. Pacey, you're much more involved with liveries and etc. That?
Yeah, so our first one is the Toyota Tundra, one of the new cars that was released not too long ago by DMR Vashino YouTube. And I must say, I really love this military look it's got on a Toyota. I must say, this Toyota's a bit of an awkward looking car, but nonetheless, he's done an awesome job with this. Can definitely see it on the roads in Joburg, so big ups to him, man.
I agree with you. It's awesome, 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 awesome.
Next up, we got Mr. GTRSA, otherwise known as Shuaib. He's got a lovely, also the Tundra. I think guys love this car. So big ups to him. He's got what looks like a COVID-19 social distancing inspired army look, staying at home, quarantine, stop COVID-19. Awesome stuff by him. And I think this is what our President Cyril should actually be driving around town when he's on the move. So big up, Shoaib. Nice car, bro.
Is it wrong that I
Beautiful
read that
South
decal on the front right fender as social drinking?
It might be.
Yeah,
It
I can
might
see
be.
where the words might be a little bit confusing. I also read social drinking, or yeah,
It's social
definitely, definitely.
distancing. No, but big up, Shoaib. Awesome car by you, brother. And then next, finally, something that I like to see, a Ford Raptor. It looks like a Raptor anyway, but yeah, by Jarhead ZA622. He's got the sheriff badge all over this car. Tactical response, social distance tactical response. I think it says there on the end. Big ups to him. I love this car. I wish I had one. And yeah, just guys, keep these liveries coming, man. Looking awesome, awesome, awesome. Loving the guys' attention to detail as well, and then also their comical sides that they have on these cars.
Thank you, Mr. Jarhead. Beautiful, beautiful.
And then again, Mr. Jarhead with another one. He's also done again the Ford staying at home, stop COVID-19, the Umbrella Corporation. If I remember, this is from a game called Resident Evil, the Umbrella Corporation. So big ups to him. I actually like this. They should actually bring this car into Resident Evil. Lovely, lovely stuff there by Mr. Jarhead again. Big ups, brother.
Thank you, Mr. Jarhead, again.
That's the last
guys,
livery. And
thanks a lot for the livery entries. We love it. I think Pace enjoyed this one more than any of the others. A bit of happiness there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think, Dino, you actually should have featured your Ford Ranger on here, buddy.
Maybe.
Don't talk shit about Ford Rangers, Kalen.
I don't at all. I actually wish I had a. I wish I had a Ford Ranger myself. I wish I had one. I love that wild track. I want one.
Okay, guys, but there's literally only one Toyota Hilux that I find prettier than even one of my new Ford Ranger. I must admit, one of our group friends and our producer actually he made a comment in our background here when he mentioned something about our Fords, but he drives the new Toyota 2.8 Dakar, the highest spec one. So doesn't matter how Fordly I am, Ruan, you're that Hilux tops it. I'll give that to you.
If it's not a 3-liter D4D, it's not a real Hilux. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for everybody who's not hearing anything, we are definitely getting hit from the back by our producer Ruan. So it's just a little bit of our own entertainment. Okay, guys, beautiful. So new point system is going to be staggered. The people who get relegated get as much. So 13, 14, and 15 gets the same points as first, second, and third in the one pool lower that will be moving up. Secondly, they're going to discuss either a 3-pointer or a 5-pointer for the fastest lap, which I think is a good thing as well. There should be incentives. And then you are not going to be penalized, or this is still up for discussion with regards to FIA. But remember, the whole goal for the season was that FIA needs to be participated in. So from us to administration, you're going to have to find some way to do something to either incentivize, maybe not penalize, but somebody or the people who are doing well in the FIA races. Perhaps, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure you will be doing it, but at the end of the day, that is the main goal of it, and we can't just do one season on that. It's just my own 2 cents and then deviate away from it. Now that we have, I think, 7, 8, 9, or 10 guys in the top 10 for manufacturers in their respective menus, and then you get people like Sunburn Donkeys in the top 80 in the EMEA region, which is 36,000 drivers. And this is the only way we can get SA on the map. Otherwise, we'll just be deviating away from, not deviating, what the hell is that? Deviating away from our actual mission and goal. If that's my 2 cents worth, Banner, I'm not too sure what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, so like I said, we will discuss and confirm. That's in the pipeline. We will sort it out before Thursday. We might move to a system where we actually not waiting till the end of the season to allocate those FIA points as well. But we will most probably be putting a lot more onus on the individuals to make sure that we actually get the proof that they are competing. we will reward you for that, but just from the guys spent 2-3 days trying to chase guys for FIA points towards the end of the last season, and that is why Gary kept on moaning on why the points weren't ready. It was because of that. So yeah, let's put our heads together and we'll take some suggestions, and would love if you guys have any comments or any ideas, any suggestions, please get into contact with myself, Stephen, Josh, and then we'll take it from there. Any of the other admins as well. Just one more thing.
Suggestion. Sorry. Yes, go for it. Sorry, Brennan.
Just one more thing from an admin side. So we have an incident review panel, which you guys all know about, where we asked guys to post, their videos of incidents that they would like reviewed by the review panel. So it currently consists of the admin team as well as 3 guys from the community, the racing community. We will be adding a 4th person to that community or to that panel, and registrations will open for that within the next day or 2. You'll get the notice on the info group. If you back yourself as an incident reviewer and you know a thing or two about racing incidents, put your name forward, and then the panel will.
Not the cause of them, guys.
Yeah, not the cause of them, Gary.
Sprinkler.
The guys will.
Drama.
The guys will pick that 4th name.
Yeah.
What?
Cool.
Ruan, you bliksem. Look what he typed as my name. Guys, I'm just gonna give you the heads up that Ruan has access to the account, which is mine. And my name is Dean, and I denounce fraud. What a legend. That's so funny.
No,
That's so funny.
Awesome stuff. Looking for the next auditions for the next The next incident reviewer. Awesome stuff.
Yes, that's correct. So, Mr. Race Fox, I see you say on there Armani is not a racer. So, guys, currently on the panel is Mr. Pace himself, Armani Quintas, and Lorenzo Galtieri. The reason we put Armani and Lorenzo on there is because they are completely objective. They aren't currently racing in the leagues, but they have, extensive experience in terms of online racing and sim racing and even racing in real life. So for that reason, we have them on the panel. They really bring a completely objective view. They are not, it's difficult if there's an incident in pool 1 for Kalen to be the guy to decide on that. So we do feel that we need the independent voices. And what we also do is, if there is a pool 1 incident, for instance, then Kalen won't really comment on it. The same with myself. If I'm racing in pool 2 and there's a pool 2 incident, I won't really raise my views on that specific incident. So that is why we do have the independent guys, but we do feel that we need another person from the actual community currently racing.
Yeah, and I see there's Sunburn Donkey Stefan Vessels also said put Wezo up there. He races in real life. I must admit, personally, knowing him as well, also being completely unbiased towards that, with him being one of my friends. His race experience, he is absolutely neutral. I mean, if his brother has to be in an incident review and his brother's in the wrong, you'll send him to jail. So, Wezo, they'll send you the details and everything. Armani, remember, please, brother, send me your digits. Okay, we need to talk a bit, right? If I can have 30% of the panel on my side, it might make life a little bit easier. Just a quick one, Brandler. Yes.
No, saying if anyone wants to get in my good books, I take bribes in likes and subscribes on my channel.
That's cheap. That's cheap. I take Richelieu, thanks.
Oh.
Okay, so with regards to Werner, with what you said with suggestions to the FIA points, and how you can, Mr. Ricky Lowe.
Helen, in the current, before lockdown, that was worth about $800 right there in your hand, eh?
I know, it's my dad's. Yeah.
You're gonna see Kendall running like that. Hey, what took you with my drunk?
Exactly. I'm waiting for him to walk through the door.
He's gonna come in now. Hey, I'll see you on the stream. Anyway. Yes, with regards to the FIA points, I know even FIA does not require you to drive 10 out of 10 races or 7 out of 10 races, and we do every second one, which is 5 out of 10 races. what I can think is perhaps it'll make work for the admin easier. Seeing that we all have some points on the FI boards with the first season. Perhaps what you can look at is choose a specific round with regards to the next 5 races in the 10 races season. Tell them that they only have to do race 4 or race 8. As long as they do 10 of their next 9 races, or 2 of their next 9 races, or 3 of the next 9 races, it'll be much easier for you guys to also have a look at that, because FI doesn't require us to do all of them, and people don't have to risk their DR if it's not, especially the manufacturer guys, if now they're not required to do every GTSSA race, which they previously would not have done. This is forcing them to drive tracks that their cars are not OP on, which puts them at a bigger disadvantage as well, and they can lose DR, etc., etc., etc. So maybe have a look yourself and Stephen. You guys have a massive experience between the two of you with regards to balanced tracks. Maybe you can have a look at, say, for Manu, okay, guys, these 2 races are the compulsory races that you have to race. Which ones are not too much OP, etc. And then the same for Nations. Maybe 1 GR3, GR4 race that you have to say that is compulsory, and then 1 N class, whatever. And then you only have to monitor 2 races.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take that on board as well. Like I said, the difficulty with that is that you could pick a race where the mid-engine cars are doing well and the rear-engine guys are then at a disadvantage and they're forced to race that race. But we will come up with a solution. We might say, okay, 50% of the races, or 4 out of the 9, or something like that, you are required.
Yeah, if you leave it to 4, yeah, it'll be better. Yeah,
you can pick the 4 kind of thing.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. As long as 3 out of the 9, but a certain amount, and you can pick the 3. Okay, that makes sense. But you understand what I'm saying? They don't have to do everything. Make the amount less. So okay, if that's along the lines you guys are already going, I'll just shut up now.
Even Ruan's laughing. Sorry.
I thought I was on something there. All right. Okay, so Mr. Pace, I spoke to Werner now as well. You usually do it perfectly. Just the normal standard routine questions for Werner himself. Also, not just being admin boss. Okay, so Werner Bliksem, nou sê 'n racer. Nou gaan ek jou met soveel respekteer en ja en amen. Sorry oom en daai goeders nie. Nou is ons kompetisie. Jy's in pool 2. Ek glo jy het 'n baie groot kans om podium te kry in die eerste race. Especially now that die A+ is, so jy kan nie pool 2 wees as jy A+ is nie, so pressure is daar. Ongelukkig vir jou. So, Pace, if you can give our fellow racer maybe a 2-3 question interview for the people who doesn't know him as a driver, etc. And yeah, let's hear from him.
Very nice. So yeah, it's on the spot. But anyway, I think one question I want to ask: what's the most difficult job being an admin?
Dealing with Gary and Armian, I must say. No. Look, I was invited to become one of the admins probably, it must be almost 2 years now. And I don't, there isn't really anything that's overly difficult. We've had some incidents with regards to a couple of individuals. There was one particular one that made life very interesting on the group, accusing people of cheating with changing settings on their Logitech G29s. I still don't know how the hell to do that, but in any event, there are some. And then there's a couple of instances where guys have gotten quite hairy on the WhatsApp group, sending a few things that they maybe shouldn't have. We've got rules in place. We've got youngsters on the groups. We've got so there's all the rules and stuff in place. And that's probably the most difficult to deal with. But it's actually been a very, very, very pleasant experience all around. The guys in the community actually make it quite easy.
Yeah, okay, cool. No, awesome stuff there. And one other thing I wanted to find out is that obviously I know you guys, yourself, Stephen, Josh, Papa Jerry, everyone are very involved in the background, kind of deciding on the different strategies and stuff that you guys look towards building GTSA as a brand and building SA races as it is. Between the three of you, like, who's the one that is like the most vocal, or the 4 or 5 of you, who's the one that's the most vocal in terms of trying to get a point across and enforcing things?
So what, initially I joined with
Can't
Josh,
answer this.
and within the first couple of weeks, it became very clear that Josh doesn't, hy is nie op sy bek geval nie, as we would say in
Okay.
Afrikaans. He really doesn't mind speaking his mind.
Yeah.
But I must say that Stephen has been a breath of fresh air ever since he joined. He's got brilliant ideas, and he doesn't mind putting them across, and he doesn't care who disagrees with him. But if he's got a point that he wants to raise, it will get raised. The silent assassin, I would probably say, is Frankie. Frankie will be quiet for weeks on end. And then the next minute we will just get this pull of wisdom from him with regards to an idea or something that he wants to implement or that he suggests we have a look at. So yeah, that's how I would sum those guys up.
Okay. No, awesome. I actually forgot about Frankie because, like you said, he just pops up every once in a while. And then the last question is, like, I know you are also one of the advocates that is for the progression of SA race car drivers and sim races in particular. Just one, your thoughts on that, and then two, with how GTSA is structured now with FIA, are you seeing or are you happy in the way that you're getting a lot more posts about guys winning their races, whether it be daily races or FIA races?
Yeah, so I think we've gone from strength to strength. I mean, I think we started out with the first couple of seasons with maybe 30 or 40 guys, and we're sitting on close on 200 now. So I think we've really come a long way from where we were. We're nowhere near where we want to be yet. We actually had a bit of a discussion, the other day in terms of what should our next steps be. Who do we need to approach? Who do we speak to? I think our biggest danger is that the various communities in South Africa start working against each other, and we've always been from the start been very, very, pertinent on the fact that we want the different communities to actually work towards the same goal. And that's why a lot of the guys that are racing in GTSSA are also racing in things like LNR, in your King of the Ring series. We want the more exposure we can have, the better. We're really upping our social media game at the moment. We've got Ruan in charge of our Twitter account now, and he's been doing a wonderful job there in terms of getting exposure on Twitter. We've got a couple of the guys on the Facebook side of things and Instagram side. And then we're actually looking towards the community. We're looking at you guys, all the guys with the YouTube channels. You guys are doing a really wonderful job in getting the name out there.
No,
Donkey.
And I also think we need to do more of these international and invitational events, Dino.
I agree.
People are pushing for that a lot, so I'm definitely keen for the next ones. We might actually just continue the USA one for now. The thing is the timing, and for now, I don't want people to do the EMEA people yet because people don't really want to share their strats with their competitors if it's in the same region. But I have 1 or 2 or 3 people that I'm working with or talking with behind the scenes to maybe get an Oceania race or 2. But timing is everything. The different time zones are clashing a bit, but that's it. We've got a lot of people up for it. And then, we've got guys like Vanner now joining the A+ Club, Carty's joining the A+ Club. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the P-Thims, the Caddies and the Binsies, etc., keeping us proud, because look what our GTSSA boys do. They're keeping our flags up. We won the Series 2-3, I believe, hands down. And if it had to be based on points for positions, we would have absolutely massacred them. So it was awesome racing, and I really think that it improved the races. I mean, the people who did those races, the next ones were podiums, almost all of them. So it's beautiful. And then, so from us to you then as well, administration, thanks for making the league interesting, keeping it up there. And then, I'm happy that you are taking care of the points now, because waiting to know the points the morning that you start your next race for the next week, you don't know. You don't know if you have to beat the pool allocations. Yes, Josh, that was fired right at you. Checking you.
Josh does it for dramatic effect. Don't worry.
It does.
He
Pause
builds
for effect.
suspense. Yeah.
Kaboo.
I see a
perfect.
question here in chat. Sorry, Fawn Repsol. Is there going to be any GTSSA merch, being caps, shirts, or anything? And I see Josh immediately answered there. Working on the merch. He'll post some pics in a few weeks. So yeah, that's quite exciting. And I think hopefully some of the guys can support GTSA on that effort.
Joshua, sorry, Floris, Ruan is besig om kakkedeeg op my account. Hy hardloop my YouTube. Ek weet dit is altyd sport my broer. Ek beloof jy ek het nie sport afgeskryf nie. Hy is ook iemand sê gaan my lippe super glue so 30 likes kry. So ek soek likes. Guys, like our page, please. Like this chat. If we get, I'll make it easier because we're 31 people. I'll make it easier. We can get 15 likes on this page, then I will wear makeup on the next episode.
Flavia says you'll eat a bat. It would wash it down.
My wife will make up my face next week, Monday night, if we can get 15 likes on this chat. Go.
Yes.
1-5, eh?
1-5.
Wow.
Okay, you're already on
Joshua, I said, Werner, I'm happy that Werner is doing the points because we don't want to wait a week for the point system. Right, guys. So we're nearing the end of our show. Thanks a million for joining us, Werner. And do you have any final thoughts regards to number 1, GTSSA, and number 2, regarding races and what you can see?
No, guys. I thank you very much for the opportunity, and thanks for dealing with me for the last hour. Enjoy this next upcoming season. I think it's going to be a tight one on both sides of the championship. And let's get the name. Carry on getting the name out there. Carry on doing well in your dailies. Pick and choose your dailies. I see Stefan did say that Dino was A+ for 5 minutes because perhaps he chose the wrong race to compete in the moment he became an A+. So be clever in what you decide to race.
No, it was the same race that made me A+, that made me lose it. Daily race.
And enjoy Thursday night. And we'll chat again in this week.
Sorry, Dino, you got 18 likes, but we'll see you with a nice face next week.
Damn it! Look at Joshua taking me out, but he's using abbreviations because he's the boss man.
Now, big ups, Werner. Thanks
you know
so
what
much for that.
JMSP stands for? So, you're Moisian, Bella. Oh, thank you, Joshua. That's perfect. Shit, did we get 15 likes?
No, we got 20.
18, brother. 20 now.
I said 15. I didn't say more than that.
Yeah, shame.
Okay, shit. Okay, so the guys they're saying that I need to look like a clown next week. So no, I'm not going to do a clown because then Chopperins will like it. So I'm not going to do that. Thank you. Anyway, so guys, that's perfect. So shit, next week I have to wear makeup. Okay, cool. You guys did it. I'm also not seeing enough subscribers here. Out of the 32 people, only half are subscribed. Please click on the subscribe button. Otherwise, the like does not count. Click on subscribe. And then also, guys, quickly punting it. KLM Pace, just quickly maybe type your YouTube channel name in the comments for us. Go to his Pace, to his channel as well. Please like and subscribe, KLM Pace. Then as well, our producer and boss man in the background for Chatbox, Ruan van der Walt, AM Racing ZA. He's the producer and the boss man in the background for Chatbox. Like his YouTube channel as well, please. AM_racing_ZA. We'll type it in the bottom now, so that's perfect. So thanks a million. Facey, if you want to just take us home, brother. And then, good luck on your menu season, man. See you in the finals, hopefully.
Yep. Yeah, big ups, everybody. Big ups for GTSA specifically. I think last week, Monday night, was an awesome showdown. Wasn't the best, but I'll be back, guys. I'll be back. Don't worry. Big ups GTSA. I'm really excited to season 3. 9 races long, so a bit more time for guys to make up points. Dino, hashtag. And then
I'm 50 points down already. So.
Shout out Line on Line Holdings for holding it down as always every Monday night with us. And then guys, look out for King of the Ring, 23rd of June. from 6:30 till 8:30. Yeah, it's going to be interesting watching the guys do battle in Group 1 cars. So look out for that, guys. And yeah, as always, just keep showing the love, guys. Keep subscribing, keep liking the videos, keep showing the support as always for SA Races, and we'll always show support to you guys.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for running it home. Ruan in the background, thanks again, brother. Thanks for running the superb show and doing all the effort on the backside there. What you are doing currently, just keep it up. We love you. Fun. Everybody in GTSSA appreciates it. And Werner, thanks a lot for joining us, guys. Just a quick one. Werner looks like he's sitting down, but he is in fact 2 meters tall, slightly more than 2 meters. He is a massive machine. Driving in pool 2, coming with full speed towards pool A for you, Pacey. Better watch out. Better watch out. Thanks a lot for joining us, Werner.
That's only a pleasure, guys. Thanks for having me.
It's extremely fun, fun. Guys, remember? Yes. Oh, wait, I heard when. Sorry. All right, guys. So have yourself a good evening. I heard a win. Anyway, guys, cheerio from our side. Myself, DeanoCantino. Cheers, man. Mr. Pacey says Zout and Werner.
Peace out.